Hi, I'm Zach Stewart.
Laura Hotchkiss.
And I'm Daniel Kvoras. On this podcast, we improvise in character as hosts of a morning radio show in a fictional country called the Driftwood Isles.
Everything we say is made up, and none of the events, people, or places are real.
It's that simple. Now enjoy this episode of Good Morning Driftwood. All right, welcome back to Good Morning Driftwood. The mutiny went bad at the, you may remember at the end of yesterday's show, we tried to mutiny against Matthias, our producer in the booth, and let's just say it went poorly. Matthias clearly had contingencies prepared in the event that this was going to happen. He knows us very well. He listens to us all day, every day, and he knew what we were going to do, and he stifled us right out of the gate. We stormed into the booth.
In hindsight, maybe we shouldn't have said what we were going to do whilst he was listening.
That's true. It is his job to listen to us, and so he heard all of that. And so currently there are negotiations happening between us and I guess our reps. Our reps are in the booth, and they're trying to sort this on our behalves, but we've been sort of sequestered. We do have some communication, and they can hear us. We can't hear them. We can see. They keep giving us intermittent hand signals and occasionally hold a note, but their handwriting is quite poor.
They look so serious.
They'll have suits on, and, you know, I'm usually the guy in the suit, right?
You are always
Usually.
the guy in the suit.
Yeah, and so I feel like that kind of gives me an authority, whereas now I don't really know where the power lies, especially after I got checked real hard by Matthias. I got smacked down, and I've been humbled. I'll just say that. I'll hold my hands up.
Just real.
First of all, it's me, Dirk Wiley.
That's what I was going to say. We should introduce ourselves.
This whole ordeal has just really thrown me for a loop, and I don't know where we're going to be at the end of it.
We don't even know if this is being recorded right now. We're just like, no, this is a time we would normally do our show, so we're going to do our show.
And when we're in this room, we are seated in this position, speaking in this fashion into these microphones.
And the
So
big
that's
red
what we're
light is
doing.
on, so that's got to mean something.
Yeah, I thought that was for ambiance.
No,
It really helps the ambiance.
sure.
The red light turns on, and I'm like, It's sort of a subconscious thing that it's like, it's time for the show.
Mhm.
I don't know if it means anything.
I take it as very literal. We are on signal.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Is that factually true?
Here's the thing. Up to this point, I assumed it was. No, I'm not so sure.
Okay, because I thought it was more just like a Matthias thing where he sends us little subconscious subliminal signals. He really is in our minds by now. And the more I talk about it, the more I realize that he's really in our heads. He sends us lots of little subconscious signals on how he wants us to behave, and we abide by them. I'm not surprised he smacked us down so quick.
Do you mean in our heads that he talks to us through the headphones sometimes?
Hardly ever, though.
Yeah,
Also
but are you
in my
seeing
own
that
internal
as-
mind.
Yeah,
Like when I go home, I do hear Matthias sometimes as my internal monologue.
and you're pretty sure you've taken your little headphones out at that point.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
I'm
just
just like
checking.
eating dinner and good one, Matthias. Yeah.
I really need to pee. Do you think they'll be much longer?
I mean, they said they locked the doors. So they said, because we kept bursting in, even during the negotiations,
They were really,
with different weaponry. You had a sword that one time.
I really thought it would help.
Yeah, you said we're going to cut through the bureaucracy. We're here to cut through the bureaucracy and take what we
It
deserve.
was such a good line.
It was a good line.
And no one gave me any acknowledgement for it. Like, it was as if I said nothing, and then they guided me back into this room. They just, like, by the shoulder, gave me back in the room, shut the door, and locked it again. And you know the thing that I am most mad about? I didn't take that opportunity to use the bathroom.
Yeah, missed chances when we finally got out of there.
Oh.
You would
They
have
said
lost a
you're-
lot of power and status if you had, though.
Yeah,
If she'd used the bathroom,
If she said, like, cut through the bureaucracy, may I use the
I
bathroom?
need to use the bathroom. That's
Yeah.
true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
It undermines
Really
your
undercuts the
authority.
whole- Yeah.
it does, but God, I really need to use the bathroom.
You've been drinking a lot of water lately.
I'm really worried about how long we'll be in here.
You're talking about hydration.
You
always
gotta
go like,
hydrate.
we're 70% water, 75% water. I'm trying to get up to 90 is what you always say.
Yeah, because, like, that can't be a bad thing.
Can't it?
Well, like, if you're all water, then just be more water. Like, if it's good for you, be more of the good.
Is it not that percentage for a reason, though?
I mean, hey, your muscle mass was a percentage for a reason.
That's a good point. And I
Got you there.
And that's a very good point. I'll hold
Got
my
you.
hands up, and I try and manipulate that percentage all day, every day.
I'm not going to push back on either side here, but that's really good deflecting on your part, Penny.
I just think that's
Dirk trying to question you, just compliment him on his muscles and move on.
Yeah.
Works like a charm.
And as we've established, my muscle density is constantly changing based on the seasons.
Yeah.
You know, I pack in the protein in the summer and fall for the winter time.
maybe this is why the mutiny went horribly. Maybe we chose the wrong season.
We are in cutting season.
Like you probably could have done better if we hadn't done it now.
Okay,
That's
do we
a good
want
point.
to bring this up? Because I have opinions about
Please.
why it hasn't worked out.
Mhm.
Please.
I think we gave up too quickly. I think we should be in there instead of our union reps negotiating on our own.
I mean, you say gave up too quickly.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know if we had a choice after Matthias lifted Dirk clean press above his head.
It was humiliating.
Like
It was absolutely humiliating.
that's a real strong statement from Matthias.
Mhm. And you guys both immediately saw that and panicked.
I have never seen a grown man held that high before
Mhm.
without the
At
use
first,
of like safety harnessing.
Yeah. At first it was scary, but then it started to feel like a romantic thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked it.
And
I see Matthias different now,
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm saying.
you do keep staring lovingly at the window.
I think my issue is
He's
that
just more handsome than I
after-
thought.
this is where my issue is, because that happened. That was scary. But
Mhm.
then you kind of really changed your mind and you're like, that's okay. I'll do what you tell me. Put me down.
Mm.
It's like when you came in with a sword,
Yeah.
they ended up ushering you gently back into the,
Yeah.
they did a lot of aggressive things, but eventually all of us kind of agreed to this.
So you're
one
saying
way or
like
another.
we came in real strong
Mhm.
at first, but at the first sign of their counter move or whatever they did in response, we immediately backed down.
More or less, yeah.
I don't know, because I'd like to think that like we, as much as we are really trying to mutiny here, we're also good people.
I don't
And
think
let's
that was
not
ever in
lose
question.
that, let's not lose that in the hullabaloo.
Again, Penny came in with a sword.
Good people have swords.
Yeah, good people.
have
Lots of
swords.
good people
A
have
lot of
swords.
people are saying that the only way to stop a bad guy with a sword is a good guy with a sword.
That's true.
Yeah.
People do say that.
A lot of people.
Exactly.
Everyone's trying to get more swords all over the island.
Yeah.
Swords in schools is a big initiative these days.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Proper sword safety.
Sometimes I will be kicking
You
about.
gotta, if you have a sword, you gotta get proper sword training.
Yeah.
They're telling people if you have a sword, just go to a school and hang out. Please.
Yes.
Please.
Sometimes I'll be kicking about and I'll see people walking with swords just open on the street.
Mhm.
And I think, wow, we never used to like open carry swords like
Yeah.
that before.
Yeah.
And some of them
But
will say
it's
like
cool.
it's for hunting. It's functional.
Yeah.
This is my
Like,
hunting sword.
come on, this is a broadsword. You don't use
Yeah.
that to get oxen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did see someone just launch a broadsword towards a deer once. It didn't work. The deer was slightly too far away and the broadsword was too heavy to make that distance, but they tried.
Wait, they threw the broadsword at the deer?
Yeah.
I think that's the first problem. You're not supposed to throw a broadsword.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
hey, you go tell them they're holding a broadsword.
Can't tell
What?
someone with a broadsword what to
No,
do.
what? You gonna tell the broadsword guy that he's using the broadsword on?
Absolutely.
No.
Is there a throwing sword? Surely that's
Tiny
a
daggers, yeah.
Spears.
A dagger is a throwing sword.
Spears.
Spears, would that qualify as a sword or would that be its own
Pointy.
thing?
It's like I think
Penelope
Yeah.
makes a good point.
Pointy.
Makes a
Javelin.
good
Pointy.
point. No pun
Uh-huh.
intended.
javelin.
Mm,
Those have like more of a blade, I think, than a spear.
that's true.
Trident, if you want to do 3.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
talk about authority. Trident, if you have a trident, there's an inherent authority to you.
Do you think if we order, I could
We should have
get?
gone in with a trident.
I could try and see if one of those online delivery services could get us a trident delivered, and then we could try again.
True. Or maybe we could write in the notes if like they could do something for us with
Yeah.
like we could order like muffins or something to them.
Yes.
And, ask
And then
them
we could
to
say,
sneak
like,
in
Yeah.
the trident in pieces and the muffins, like
Oh.
a 3D
That's-
printed
Oh, they're-
thing.
That's
and we can
that's an
assemble it.
even
Oh,
better
okay.
idea, actually.
Then-
I was just planning to try to enlist the muffin guy or whoever we can
Muffin
deliver
Man?
the stuff.
Do you know him?
I do know him.
You know
guys-
the Muffin Man?
Guys,
Yeah.
guys, all
Oh,
of
Penny,
them are
what's up?
looking at us. Every single person stopped and is
That's
looking at us.
that's ominous.
I think they can hear us.
Yeah, when you're speaking into mics.
Yeah, but I think they're actively listening and hear us talk about putting tiny tridents in muffins.
Matthias is just shaking his head.
He seems disappointed, not even mad.
I'm not even going to look back.
I'm sorry, Matthias. You
I'm
look
not.
you look really nice today, Matthias. I like that shirt on you.
Dirk,
You're
What?
trying so hard.
it's just, come on, man.
You're so strong.
I know.
Look, we all want to be cradled like a baby every so often.
That was nice.
And you, because of your just stature, doesn't happen that often.
Mhm.
You got to find a really big man.
It was effortless for him.
Yeah.
He really like alphaed you.
He
Like
alphaed me,
second.
yeah.
Can I say it's actually great how quickly you've responded to your new beta status?
I don't know that I would say that.
Oh, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't, yeah.
I wouldn't. There's no beta status here.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm
No,
absolutely the alpha.
100%.
Oh, yeah. So you're joint alphas now?
co-alphas.
Alphas recognize alpha. That's what's happening
Okay,
here.
yeah.
Alpha recognize alpha.
Alpha recognize
You know,
alpha. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Two alphas, in a way, make a beta.
Okay, explain
How
the
does
math.
that go
Because
on?
that's if an alpha is a 1
Uh-huh.
and a beta is a 2.
So here's
That makes
1
sense.
plus 1 equals
He
2.
explained
Yeah.
the math and it worked.
So if someone wins 2 gold medals, they're then in second
Silver.
place.
Delta.
What? What did you say?
Wait, you said gold medals.
Yes.
2 gold medals
In my
make a
head, it was
silver.
silver medals for some reason. But yes.
Yes, you're saying yes, that is accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're saying that's accurate too?
that makes sense to me.
Yeah,
It makes
that
sense.
tracks.
It tracks. It
so if you win
subtracts.
Hey. multiple times, you get ultimately lesser and lesser
Yeah, because the numbers.
Diminishing returns.
because of numbers.
Math.
I'm not a math guy.
No.
Yeah.
You could be right. It
You
doesn't
don't have
feel
to
right.
understand
Okay,
everything.
think about it like macros.
Okay.
That's as far as I got. Does that
I
make
don't-
any more sense?
Not really.
Okay.
You said a thing that I like. So I am responding to that. It's a macronutrients, protein, carbs,
Protein,
fat.
pre-workout,
Not a macro.
casein,
not a macro. What's part of
whey,
protein? What's protein do?
the reps, sets,
Not macros.
splits. Hey,
Maybe
Not
I just
macros.
maybe I just
exercises.
pee into a cup
How is that gonna help?
because I really need to pee.
Ah, right. Also, that is kind of a power move. Maybe we should pee in different areas of the studio.
Like dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
It's
any
this-
other thing that pees?
It's this alpha talk that we're. What did you say, Benj?
Any other thing that pees? Sorry, I just remembered.
Did
But
you-
dogs pee to show dominance and like this is my territory. So if we pee around the studio, then maybe it'll be like, oh, they own the studio.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Dolma has peed everywhere.
that's
I don't know if that
obvious.
helps.
Disgusting.
That doesn't
Yeah.
help.
Disgusting.
Actually, that's a good point. She has peed everywhere, and nobody respects her
Yeah.
or her authority
That's not
over
true.
any situation, or
Okay.
her authority over her own life and
Yes.
existence.
I need
Guess that rules that out.
our listeners, if there are any at this moment, to know that usually when we go on air to speak to you, we get like copies or briefs,
yeah,
like
news
stuff from the
articles,
news.
things that are happening.
We didn't get that today.
Yeah.
Again, we don't know if this is going out, but
They've made it very clear that we are isolated in here.
yeah.
It's a timeout
Yeah.
situation.
Do you think they could, I don't know, maybe make us a little breakfast order?
I think they could. I don't think they will.
Yeah, I think that's why we do need to reach out to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man. I know him.
You know the Muffin Man.
Yeah, I know the Muffin Man.
You don't.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I don't. I was going to say you don't really like bring that up that much.
Do I not?
No,
Bruce?
Yeah.
He's a lovely fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you knew him.
Banana muffins. He makes a nice
Protein.
coffee. He does, yeah. He has a whole line that are protein muffins.
Brand.
They taste just as good
Macros.
as a normal. Yeah, I get it.
Do
You know what
they,
you're talking
though?
about, Ben.
Do they?
They do.
Do they?
Have you ever used a casein protein?
I don't.
Hey,
You
It's
just.
lovely.
You're
That's a
just
great
using
macro.
Lovely. It's a very
strange
moist.
foreign
Holds a lot
words
of
to me
moisture.
now.
Holds a lot of moisture.
You're just using weird made up terms.
It's a slow digesting protein.
No,
creatine. Am I right?
a crayon.
Creatine.
A crayon who's a teenager.
Whoa.
Crantine is what you thought?
Yeah.
You just said crantine.
Cranberry.
It sounds like a cocktail. It sounds like a cocktail.
It's like
crantine.
cranberry
Crantine,
based.
like a
Yeah.
crantini.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds great.
It does sound nice.
That sounds really good.
Do you think we get alcohol in here? We can't get anything in here.
No, they're every so often. I don't even think they're paying attention anymore.
Can we ferment something ourselves in here?
We can ferment piss. They do that in prison.
You were so quick with that,
That was
information.
so
Ben.
fast.
You were so quick with
You've
that
been thinking
information.
about that
It was
already.
like you were waiting for one of us to bring it up so that you could
4
suggest
months,
fermenting our piss.
I was waiting for the perfect opportunity to bring up piss fermentation, and it just came up, and I just
You
leaped on
jumped
that.
at your opportunity.
Yeah.
Listen, they do that in prison. It's like
I don't
piss
think that's
moonshine.
something to aspire to. What did you say?
To aspire to.
To aspire to.
I said piss moonshine.
Moonshine sounds cool though. When you frame it
think,
that way,
yeah.
that's a very
Yeah.
trendy type of liquor that's more popular. It's just alcohol, but you call it moonshine. It's like,
I-
ooh, folksy and old-timey.
Because
I
it's
influence.
also like
also-
unregulated and made in the backyard, and to mostly
got a-
alcohol.
It's got a lawless branding to
I
it, that
fully
word.
understand as well why they would call it moonshine and not just like fermented piss. Like I get
Is moonshine piss?
not always, no.
Okay. That's good
Not
to know.
always. You know, you
Always.
get toilet wine.
Not always.
Toilet
Sure.
wine. Yeah.
Toilet wine.
Are you
Maybe that's what I
familiar?
was
Are you
thinking
Is that
about.
what you're
familiar?
thinking?
I think
Yeah.
maybe that's
Why
what I
are
was
you
thinking
so
about.
familiar with prison?
And actually,
Like,
you wouldn't want to
How to
piss
get by in prison,
that.
Bench?
Yeah.
I'm just
Are you fearing the worst
I am
today?
prepared for every eventuality.
Okay. You seem to
Um,
have experience in this area.
Yeah, you weren't prepared for the eventuality of us getting locked in the recording studio
Yeah.
at the end
Well,
of the mutiny,
But
were
you're
you?
very prepared for how to make alcohol and get by day to day in
I was
prison.
not prepared for this situation because I figured that this is going to go with us being there and threatening and being loud and being alphas and winning,
Yeah.
and then maybe suffering repercussions. I was not planning on like, oh, our union reps, or we asked our mommy and daddy to solve
We
it.
didn't do it
with,
like that.
We
didn't
did
do
it,
it like
no.
that at all. We did it way
Just-
cooler than that.
Just
But
because,
your dad is out there.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to look him in the eye.
I know.
He's
You did the
terrifying.
same when we were in the room. You would
He's
not. You just looked down.
Okay, in fairness, in the room, you guys did the same thing. You
Yeah.
feel that man's energy. It is intense.
I
That's a lot.
apologize
The
for
way-
stuff I didn't even do.
You did.
I
you
just
started
apologized.
spilling information
And then I
from
told-
like childhood
Yeah.
as well.
And then I told him he looked great.
He does look great.
He does look great.
So we're talking about suits.
Yeah.
That man's suits. He won't tell me where he gets them. They're beautiful.
They got to be off island.
Must be.
They got to be off island.
Must be off island.
Can't be on
He
island.
just has inherent. You know, like really authoritative old guys, how they
Yeah.
have like their skin is like super shiny and tight on their head
Oh,
in a weird way.
yeah.
It just reeks of authority somehow.
Like you go past
You know what I'm talking
wrinkles
about.
into
Don't.
tight
Like
skin
what?
again.
Think about like Ed Harris.
Yeah, think
Sure.
about Ed
Like,
Harris.
I wouldn't describe his skin as tight.
I would.
Would you? I would.
Yeah.
It's like shiny and
Okay.
tight, like shiny, tight old man skin. That's
Yeah.
like that guy is rich and he smells great.
I feel like leathery.
No,
Like,
no,
no?
no.
Then we're talking about like old man who runs a biker gang.
Yeah, different old man.
Yeah.
I guess. Like how-
Leathery is like
Hmm.
a more weathered, whereas just the shiny is like, ooh, he has skincare products and is taken care of
if
either
it's
himself.
shiny,
I wanna know.
powder is not one of them. Am I right?
Yeah.
It's true, but it's an
Hmm.
oil. Sometimes oil is better than powder in
Do you
terms of
know-
skincare.
The oilier your
Yeah.
skin.
What?
Creatine.
Not creatine.
Okay.
Creatine, it holds moisture in your body, so it's in your muscles and then things. So
Why
it's,
wouldn't do that on your skin?
You know the oilier
it's a
your
valid
skin.
point. It's a valid
Here's
point.
some oil skin facts. The oilier your
Please,
I
Penelope.
cannot stress
Oh,
enough.
I'm
We don't
loving-
have a copy.
Penelope has so many facts. We had bee facts recently. Tell us about oilskin facts.
The oilier your skin, the less likely you are to get wrinkles.
So you have wrinkles.
Yeah, you're less likely to show signs of aging
Interesting.
Because
because your skin's just like constantly looking after itself.
Oh,
Mm,
TLC.
oh,
Also,
Bench interpreted that beautifully.
It's taking
as
care
sort
of
of a
itself.
self-love, like
Yeah.
your skin is loving itself.
also sometimes oily skin can be a sign that you're not hydrating your skin with moisturizer enough. Like it's overproducing the oil to compensate that you've not.
So is it good or bad?
It can be a sign of either, but like it's good
That's
to have
confusing.
it. No, but like it can be a sign
Enough
that
with
you're.
this
How do I know
moral
if it's
No,
good?
it's
How do I
like-
know if it's good skin or good oil or bad
Your
oil?
skin, it's like your skin though has that line of defense, which is you're not doing enough for it, so it's gonna fix it, so you look great the older you get.
I see.
You know, like
How
it's
can I
gonna
support
sort-
it in this?
Yeah, good moisturizer.
Good moisturizer.
Yeah.
Oils?
I am not a fan of oils, but some people are.
Okay.
Personally, I like a good, expensive moisturizer.
You like an expensive
How
moisturizer.
expensive?
Really
How many
expensive.
doubloons?
Is that what you use to gauge what you should get? How expensive it is?
Yeah, 100%.
How many
Okay.
doubloons?
I think that I am too old for the sort of like 4 or 5 doubloon, like just a pharmacy pick up any old moisturizer now. I want to go through a consultation.
Okay.
Oh, a
I want to do
A consultation.
Wait, is
I
that a
want to
real
do a
thing?
consultation
Who do you
in a
consult with?
department store. A lady in a department
Wait, that's a
store.
real thing?
That's a real thing.
Well, you said that was a consultation in a department store.
And like they tell you what's good for your.
Yeah, like you're gonna get you're
Genuinely,
gonna
I
answer
need to
some
do that.
questions.
I'm
I
fascinated.
saw Bench's whole personality change there into a genuine like that's exactly what I'm doing. The second
I
I get
want
here.
Here's the thing.
I
my
want that. Once
strategy
we
in
get out
life
of
has
here.
been like, oh, I'll keep getting other things and trying them out and see if they work. But then like I commit, even if I get the smallest size, I'm still like, I don't use a whole lot of it. So it's like, I don't know, months until I try a new thing.
Are you worried that maybe you just don't use enough?
I am now.
If you're just using the tiny amount of it?
And if you just
Because have
Can
you
you
seen
be
how
my
much-
department specialist?
Have you seen how much sunscreen you're supposed to use?
No.
It's like a tablespoon amount of sunscreen
On a,
That's
but
on
you're
on
a
your
whole-
face.
that's
Just on your
insanity.
face?
Just on your face.
We do.
Won't that change the color of your face if you use that
Yeah.
much?
Because they want you to be like, because that's how it stops the sun.
I do think that might be because
Yeah.
the Driftwood Island is like in the part under the part of the atmosphere where there's just like it's not even like a hole in the ozone. It's just like there's no it's just like direct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Direct.
It's as though the world and sun want to like burn us from the
Yeah.
face of the earth.
Yeah.
But
It's like
oh,
Gonna find
it's so
Yep.
warm for
Yep.
It's so warm for sitting outside and having a lovely brunch.
It is great.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
If you do want a tan, you can get it pretty
Yeah.
quick.
It's true.
But the oil might facilitate that. What types of moisturizers or oils are good? What type
Olive.
of oils?
actually, no,
Jojoba, is that one?
I've heard of it.
Jojoba oil?
Oh, sorry. Are you confusing that with the popular columnist in the newspaper, Jojoba?
I do like Jojoba's work.
Yeah.
Very insightful.
Very.
What a life lived.
Yeah.
What a life lived.
Feels like they travel so much and just
Yeah.
have so many like real good travel anecdotes.
But they reference so many things within, like their articles reference so many other things that go unexplained.
Yeah.
Wait, are you sure you're not maybe mixing this up with famous Driftwood musician Joja Cat?
Joja Cat, they are confusing and there are theories that they're the same person.
Theories.
you know how I
both
know
very
they're not the same
mysterious.
person? Because
How?
one of them's a literal cat.
That's true.
Is Joja Cat a cat?
Literal cat.
Have you never gone to a Joja Cat concert?
No.
Oh.
Well, we know they're never in the same
'Cause-
place at the same
Because
time.
I think in
Yeah.
photographs and TV, they look like they are, 5'5", 5'6", and then you see them in concert and you realize they're not even a foot tall because they're an actual cat.
Yeah, they just put him on a chair and there's
Yeah.
a keyboard and they have sunglasses and they just kind of like tap the keyboard.
I love that
It's
one.
really
good.
It's a great song.
Sometimes
Oh,
I do
so
believe there are
catchy.
worries though, because
Clink clonk.
occasionally you'll go and it'll be like they're just doing like a new version of the song, and there are some concerns that they maybe don't understand or remember what the original song was,
Yeah.
and that they're
It's
just
like, okay, this
jazzing
sounds
it
kind of
the whole time.
similar.
Yeah,
It's like
But-
a fish concert.
yeah.
Mm. I mean, I don't know why anyone expected those fish to be able to like maintain a solid repertoire and an
Yeah.
actual.
They have no
Good.
short-term memory. They just
Yeah. They're making it up as they go.
Oh, they're holding up a sign.
What's that?
Pay cut? Question mark? No.
No pay cut.
No.
wait.
Oh my
unless it's-
God.
unless
Matthias is alphaing
offering-
the hell out of them.
Wait, is Matthias offering to take a pay cut so we get a raise? Because that's
Good
More
question. Good question.
Backstory and explanation, please.
For what?
Oh,
okay. He's writing a lot.
Writing
I think
a
it's
lot,
going to be
yeah.
a lot of backstory.
yeah.
Oh.
I'll just wait for the next
Matthias
bit.
looks pretty.
Backstory is a trigger word for Matthias
Yeah.
because that he loves lore.
Yeah. And he has a real bad back and he loves to tell you about it.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, God, he's gone way too far back in the past. In the 1800s. No.
No. Irrelevant. Not relevant.
Fast forward.
Matthias is trying to confuse you guys with his backstory. They don't know Matthias's ways.
They don't know him like you know him.
He's so clever. Nobody knows him like I know him. Nobody knows Matthias like I know Matthias.
Are you okay? You've stopped using your teeth to move and make sounds.
Nobody knows Matthias.
You've got them clenched so tight.
It's my man. 100% man. Love my man, Matthias.
Your lips are moving and your tongue's moving, but your teeth are staying very still.
Matthias.
Kind of sound like a Ed Harris impression.
That is the most beautiful thing you could ever say to me. I aspire to be like that shiny, tight-headed fella.
Shiny man.
Oh, love it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
writing. He's still writing.
Yeah, they're getting taken for a ride by Matthias, I
It's
think.
gonna be a while.
Yeah.
Is that?
What?
Oh my god! Is that the head of the station now? I've never actually seen them. That's the board. I think that's
So
the
they
board.
Papa brought in the board?
The board are here.
That's a bad sign.
That's a bad sign. That's
Yeah.
never a good sign when
Also,
the board
Papa's
are here.
board, that's just a bunch of yes men.
Yeah.
You know? One of them is a literal horse.
Oh shit, that's Jack.
Oh,
Is
God.
Jack on the board?
Not as far as I knew, but he gets given everything he wants.
Hey.
So maybe they don't wave it. Don't wave at him. Don't wave at my brother.
Hey.
Don't wave at my movie star brother. Please
He's the
don't.
only one who has smiled at us for
don't-
24 hours.
just-
I
It's-
don't think Jack knows how not to smile. He's just that charismatic.
He has
man.
a resting smile face.
Resting
It's
smile
trickery.
face.
It's trickery and deceit. He smile at you and then just say what he's going to do and then just do it, whether you like it or not. He just smiles at
Unless
you.
you tell him no, and then he won't do it.
No, he'll convince you. He'll try to convince you, and then he'll be so smiley and agreeable that a lot of people go along with it. But it's a trick. Oh, they've done. This is really smart because now I don't. If he's on our side,
What if he is?
then I don't want him to win.
Well, first of
I
all,
don't
he's
want
the
him to-
board. I don't know whose side he's on. They're kind of
Oh,
like
that's
the
presumably
arbiters.
against us, right?
I mean, they're kind of the jury.
Who
of
is
the
representing
situation.
us in that room?
Our union rep, which is
Okay.
one guy. His name is Daryl, and he
Daryl?
is sweating like hell.
Is he the guy who's like kind of shoved behind everyone back there?
Mhm. The guy with all the loose
Oh.
papers.
Why is his suit like that?
It's not fitting him well.
Is his tie just baloney?
Oh, and he just spilled his coffee.
His tie is deli meat.
He spilled his coffee
He just
on his
took a
deli
bite.
meat
He just
tie.
took a bite of his tie.
I don't think this is going to go well for us. Again, I think we should be there.
They're laughing. They're pointing at him and laughing. They're pointing and laughing at him.
Oh, listen,
Penelope just looks sad.
I just really need to be.
That's fair.
listen.
Just
I
needs to
am
be so bad.
proud of
Yeah.
our union. I am proud to be a member of our
Who else
union.
is in our union,
I
by
think
the way?
it's literally just us.
Is it the three of us?
Well,
Us.
it's the
That's
radio
why the
performers.
dues are so expensive.
I think
the
it's
dues are very expensive for
It's
this
in
union.
theory the Radio Performers Alliance,
Okay.
the RPA, but I don't think. I think there's a competing union that everyone else is in.
I don't know if you can call that a competing union. I feel like we're the competing union when there's only three of us
Listen,
in it.
I support
you know?
unions in general.
You make that very clear. You say that a lot.
You tried to start a union for other unions.
Yeah.
I think a union of unions would be so powerful.
Everyone just got confused about what the mission statement was because everyone had different goals
Better
for their
conditions.
respective industries.
I think the general thing of better conditions
For
workers.
see, that sounds
It
good,
just
but in terms of the
sounds like it's
specifics,
right.
it's like better conditions for one worker is different than better conditions for another worker.
That's what all the little unions do. All
The
the-
Lil unions?
Sorry, they don't like me saying it. The specific unions.
That's so
Also,
condescending
that's,
to say Lil unions.
Yeah, do you know?
Little unions.
Were you never part of the kids union? Little union.
No, I was
Yes,
not.
there is also little union,
Yeah.
which is the kids union.
I used to.
What do
love
they do?
Yeah, I was a member of the little unions. Whenever there was a picket, like a picket line to go join, you would go join it, but you had to all hold hands with someone else so that you didn't get lost. You had to have your partner.
Aren't you just walking in a circle if you're on a picket line? You're like,
Yeah.
how are you going to get lost?
Oh, well, you know how kids are. Like, so
Sure.
have your partner, both of you together. I think it also just made it easier for like the people in charge to like do a head count.
Mhm.
And then you would just have a much
That would
smaller.
be so harder though, because if it's just a circle, you just keep counting and
Yeah.
never stop counting
You have like a much.
because there's no end to the line in a circle.
Yeah, if you don't understand math,
Don't say it like that.
you would count them.
I've told you I'm not a maths guy.
Yeah, you're not a
Why are you
maths guy.
rubbing it in?
No. I don't mean it in like a rubbing it in way, but like I think you're just misunderstanding that they would start counting and then eventually you would get to like the runner up prize.
Mhm.
Because
What?
Because
It's
obviously
competitive?
no, well like so many
No,
people
it's-
it's like so like you know how 1 + 1 = silver, second
Yeah.
place.
I still
You
don't
keep
quite
ating
get
and then
that,
you get
but you
to
guys
like
say it
so
like
there's
it's
runner
fact.
ups, you
At
know.
some point, you get to the amount of reps that you as what is supposed to be for the set, and then you know to stop.
Okay. I'm going to trust you guys on this one
Yeah.
because I'm lost. I'm fully lost. This sounds like a great union. This
Keto?
little union. Sorry?
Keto?
Key to what? The
He's
key
talking
to
about the
what or where?
ketogenic diet.
Yeah.
When your body goes
Sorry,
into ketosis.
Key to the Genic Diet Center?
That sounded like
Say this-
some
say that
hip hop,
again?
The key
some hip hop
to-
stuff.
The key to the
genic.
Genic Center?
To the
Genic
Genic-
Diet
The
Center?
Genic diet.
Over on 4th?
There's a genic. They opened one up in Driftwood. They opened up a
Yeah.
genic diet
Did
center.
you not know?
I had no idea.
I have no idea what
I've
they're
been
doing
waiting
there.
for them to open up a genic here for years.
That's crazy that that's actually a thing. I just thought it was some like weird signage, but so
I don't.
you have the
I
keys
don't
to
have the
it?
key.
That's
I
crazy.
don't have the key. No.
Oh,
God, I love
strange.
the key. When you get into those genic diet centers, they've just got magical food. Apparently, it tastes delicious, and the
Superfoods.
weight just melts off your
I
tummy.
hear
Spirulina.
I heard that all of the
Spirulina.
mirrors make you look
It's a good one.
so strong. Every mirror just like really makes you look strong.
Oh,
you
I
know?
gotta get a key to that
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
We should go. We should all go.
Should that be a
Yeah.
demand?
A key to
Yeah.
the genic diet.
I mean, I don't know
Hey,
if we're in a
Daryl?
bargaining position
Daryl.
to make demands.
Oh, Jack. Oh my God,
Oh,
Jack
no.
just took the papers from Daryl.
Oh,
Oh my
major
God, he's
power.
patting him on the shoulder, and Daryl's posture completely changed. You see, he looks
That's-
like a real. Oh my! It looks like Jack is maybe taking over, trying to help.
Is Jack now our representative?
I think
Oh,
Jack
boy.
might be acting as our
I think Jack's
As our
Jack's in
representative.
negotiations now.
Oh God.
this. Hey, I know you have issues with him, but this might be really good for us.
Why would this be good for us?
Because
He loves
everyone,
taking me down a peg.
but
Now
everyone.
he is in charge of how much money I make. That's not good.
But
You literally couldn't make any less money if you really
That's
think about it,
true.
though.
What does that mean? That is
You, like,
such a humiliating thing to say to a person.
Sorry to say that on
Also-
air question mark, but like, come on, how much worse can it be for us?
I would imagine worse. I live a very comfortable lifestyle. Also, it would affect how much money you make as well.
Yeah, I know, but like, when Jack does it, it's so charismatic.
Also, saying
feel like
how
Jack
much
is-
worse can it get is not a good attitude to
Yeah,
bring
we-
to
yeah.
we mutinied. That's how much worse it was.
I think
I
Jack
think
is doing
you're-
it in our
hit the
best
bottom.
interest.
We mutinied.
I think you just have to pee so badly that you're looking for any
My brain
out.
is just filled.
You're looking for any way to end this
I-
negotiation.
I just want to pee so bad.
Yeah.
Like,
I think-
can we just? I'll
Oh,
sign
God.
anything. I'll literally sign anything.
Jack-
oh
right
my
now.
God! Don't say that.
Jack is tapping the thing. I think.
What?
I think they
What?
did the
I
original
can't.
agreement.
I can't even look.
I think
God.
should we? Okay,
He's
I
still
think
smiling.
He always is smiling. It doesn't
I,
mean anything
I
good
say
or bad.
we go out
Don't
there and
smile
we
back.
hear.
It's difficult not to smile when someone's smiling at you. Okay.
Okay, but just don't. I know you
Difficult
guys like
not-
have your
like-
own friendship or whatever that I still have problems with.
Like,
But just what's he saying?
he's text. He sent a text.
He texted you. God,
Oh, it's just a series of emojis. It's not anything important.
that's not helpful, Jack.
It's just a
He's so
series
not
of
helpful.
It's all the different versions of the smile emoji, just in one.
See, he loves a smile, and there's no substance behind it. That's Jack Wiley,
It's
folks.
strange to me that you would also send that and not put any information in it.
It is. It is strange. He's a strange man. He's a strange man who does strange stuff.
He must be like getting ready for a role.
As what?
Oh,
Hopefully,
yeah.
a lawyer fighting like a union lawyer.
Or as a union representative.
Do you need to
That's
be?
a
Because it doesn't
union
make
lawyer,
sense
is
to
that not?
anyone
Juror
now.
number 4.
Stop
What?
just
What are
saying
you
names of
talking about?
shops. Stop just saying the name of stores that exist on the island.
Juror number 4. They sell a bunch of jury and court related stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like,
Just
hey,
regalia.
yeah.
You can get a gal.
If you're going to court, stop by here first. Or if you're just a fan of court proceedings and court TV shows, stop
They
by
do have
juror
a
number
whole
4.
section that's kind of like a spirit Halloween where it's just like stuff you can put on yourself to get out of jury duty.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Things
always
that
fun.
make you look crazy, so
Yeah.
they won't take you. Yeah, they also have the robes of judges. As judges from all around the world.
They have, I went one year in Halloween. I went there to get my costume because I got a judge's robe.
That's kind of
and a-
disrespectful.
Well, just one time.
That takes a
Um,
mockery of the system.
Well, yeah.
They
But
say
listen-
when you enter there, we'll let you get to your
They
thing in a
take it
minute.
so
They
seriously.
say
there.
when you
think
they
so?
say when you enter the shop that you must put your hand on a variety of different
Yeah.
Bibles and books of worship.
One of them's
All
just the
of
Da
them.
Vinci Code.
You have to do all of them. simultaneously. Like it's a giant
It's
stack.
really hard to get all of them under your
You
hand.
really
have
have
to do
like
all of
penis hands where you're
And
like,
excuse me.
pianist. Pianist. Why are you thinking penis?
You really ran through that word in a
You-
worryingly fast
tried
way.
to clarify, and it sounded the same.
Yeah.
Like I ran through the word. Like you two don't have penis brains for thinking that's what was said instead of the humble and noble
I do
art
have the
of
brain of a
piano
pianist.
playing.
I have
Yeah,
the brain of a
I do have the brain
pianist,
of a
yeah.
pianist.
Why are you saying pianist?
Because we are being clear with our words.
Yes. That's
Oh,
the
I'm
proper word.
sorry. You're now saying pianist,
Mm-hmm.
like the grocery store over on 12th. You think that's clearer by just using the name of a store? Weird.
I mean, it is a beautiful store. And I have it on the brain all the time.
You do
I think
love it
about
there.
that place. We have pianist brains.
It sells so many like fun
They
little
sell
protein
they
shakers.
sell the food. They sell brain food that makes you
Spirulina?
makes you
And
food
you
that makes
go
you
there a
brain
lot?
strong.
Spirulina.
And you
they-
go there a lot. is what you're
Yeah,
telling us, 'cause
that's
the
why
way
my
you're
brain's so strong.
Your brain's so strong. So strong brain.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's the biggest muscle in the body.
I really worry that Dirk's brain is so oily there's no wrinkles on it. And it's just the smooth type brain.
Wouldn't that be good?
It took me a second.
Wouldn't that be a good
It's
thing?
just a real smooth brain.
It means my brain is timeless and
That's a good
not
point.
aging.
Yeah, it's a good point. Now that you
Yeah.
mention it, that would
Who's
be
the fool now?
this
My
guy.
brain is just a smooth ball. Not small. That was
Not
a slip
small.
of the tongue. My brain
Yeah.
is a big smooth
Do you
ball.
also need to pee? It feels like
I'm starting to
Yeah,
to feel that. By the
Hey.
way, circling back to what I was saying about juror number 4, you have to put your hand on a bunch of stacks and say that you have a healthy reverence for the justice system of all of the world.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you have to go in there. You have to take it
So like
seriously.
when you wore that
Again, we'll let
outfit
you get to your.
as a
I
Halloween
don't
thing, it's
want
like
to.
you made fun of every single court system in the whole world.
Oh, I didn't make fun of that.
Explain.
No.
I think he did. That
Listen, I
doth
think
sound like not a
think-
defense. I rest yon case.
She said doth and yawn. That's legal speak.
Legalese.
She should get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they won't let me in there.
listen,
The bathroom is right in there.
I think Jack is trying to signal us to go in.
To go in?
All right, this might be the last stage.
Oh,
Listen,
thank God.
listen.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
pee
know.
so bad.
I don't know what's going to happen when we go out there. I
Mhm.
don't know if we're going to get a raise or fired. But I just want to say,
Mhm.
if this is it,
What do you mean it?
it.
What is
um,
it? There has to be a next.
we could
Whatever
get
it
Stop
is.
fired.
naming.
There are
Stop naming
stakes.
films written from the books of Stephen King. Bench and get to the
That's
point.
not what this is. This isn't a film. This is life.
we get
and
fired,
it has real stakes, Bench.
Sorry, fired like the grill restaurant over on 17.
We can go there after the show, Bench,
You're-
okay?
You're hungry. You're too hungry.
We get
Don't
it.
fit in
You're
the
hungry.
brain.
But it's not the time to bring it up now, Bench.
Cool. I was gonna say that I love you guys and this has been great, but let's go get fired. Fuck this.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Oh,
pee
God.
first. Can you tell me what they say while I'm in the bathroom? Thank you so much.
Oh,
Let's
God.
out. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah. Let's go. Come on, let's do
We'll
this.
see you next time, or not, or
we'll see.
never. We'll figure it out. Bye bye.
Good Morning Driftwood is executive produced and hosted by Zach Stewart, Laura Hotchkiss, and Daniel Kvoras. Engineered and produced by Zach Stewart. Music by Daniel Kvoras.